Bill O'Reilly here, Tuesday, August 13th, 2019. You are listening to the O'Reilly Update. Here's what's happening across our nation. Federal spending by the U.S. government hits an all-time high. A friend of the alleged Dayton killer will face federal charges. Researchers hunt for a pill to cure loneliness. Prescriptions for reading glasses rising fast among teenagers. A top university bans hamburgers to save the planet. Also coming up, the message of the day: why are Senators Elizabeth Warren and Kamala Harris ignoring the Constitution? But first, spending by the U.S. government hit an all-time high through July, reaching more than $3.7 trillion so far this year. When factoring in taxes and other sources of revenue, the figure means the Fed is now running an $866 billion a year deficit. The spending will lead to economic disaster. It is just a matter of when. A friend of 24-year-old Connor Betts, the mass killer in Dayton, Ohio, now facing federal charges related to the attack. Police say Ethan Colley purchased body armor and firearm accessories for Betts months before the fatal assault. If convicted, Colley could face 15 years in prison for his role in the murders. Researchers at the University of Chicago searching for a pill that could cure loneliness. Scientists saying the sensation of isolation, now more dangerous for younger Americans than obesity, linking the emotion to substance abuse and even violent crime. Critics say just another example of over-medicating the country's youth. A new study from the United Kingdom confirms the number of teenagers requiring reading glasses is growing, with doctors claiming young people are spending too much time staring at tiny screens. Experts say teens can spend more than 7 hours per day looking at their smartphones and computers. Administrators at the University of London are taking the fight against climate change to the cafeteria, banning hamburgers and other red meat products from the school to, quote, help save the planet Earth. College is also imposing fees on plastic water bottles and single-serve coffee cups. The meat thing confuses me, but the cows are happy. Are Senators Elizabeth Warren and Kamala Harris violating the Constitution? We'll put forth the argument in the message of the day, moments away. Mortgage rates near historic lows. Have you taken advantage of that? If not, I suggest you call American Financing to look at a free mortgage review to see just how low your monthly mortgage payments can go. At American Financing, their salary-based mortgage consultants can help you lower your rate, consolidate debt, or access cash, all without resetting your loan term. So you're not paying interest on the years you don't need. There's never any obligation or pressure, no upfront fees either, just a custom loan designed around your goals. With rates so low right now, you need to take advantage of a free mortgage review. You could be looking at $1,000 or more in monthly savings, but only if you choose American Financing. So make the 10-minute call today, 888-462-9557, 888-462-9557, or go online to AmericanFinancing.net. American Financing, NMLS 182334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org. Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day: due process and the Constitution. As all Americans should well understand, we are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law, and that should extend to the court of public opinion as well. But for presidential candidates and senators Elizabeth Warren and Kamala Harris, it does not. Last week was the 5th anniversary of the police shooting in Ferguson, Missouri. Michael Brown shot dead. Here's what Kamala Harris tweeted on August 9th. Quote, Michael Brown's murder forever changed Ferguson and America. His tragic death sparked a desperately needed conversation and a nationwide movement. We must fight for stronger accountability and racial equity in our justice system. unquote. On the same day, Senator Elizabeth Warren said, quote, 5 years ago, Michael Brown was murdered by a white police officer in Ferguson, Missouri. Michael was unarmed, yet he was shot 6 times. I stand with activists and organizers who continue the fight for justice for Michael. We must confront systemic racism and police violence head on, unquote. Now, 2 United States senators, 2 presidential candidates, basically saying Michael Brown was murdered by a police officer. Well, the Justice Department under President Obama investigated thoroughly. Eric Holder was the Attorney General supervising the investigation. Federal investigators found that the police officer who shot Michael Brown, Darren Wilson, did not violate any law, that he was defending himself, that witness accounts quoting Michael Brown saying, "Hands up, don't shoot," were a lie. He did not say it. Federal investigators found Michael Brown attacked Officer Wilson, and he defended himself. Also, the Justice Department under Mr. Holder, again a very liberal man, found there was no racial motivation for the attack. Those are the findings of the Obama Justice Department. Yet, Warren and Harris are calling it murder. That is not due process. That is not how our system works. And if you remember, both women convicted Brett Kavanaugh, the Supreme Court justice, when he was being accused of harassment and other terrible things in his hearings. Both women said he was guilty based on no evidence whatsoever, nothing but the word of an accuser. Subsequently, the FBI investigated Mr. Kavanaugh top to bottom, found no evidence. But Senators Warren and Harris have never apologized. So what we have here are 2 top politicians in this country denying due process, denying the rule of law. This is a dangerous situation. If either of these women are elected president, this country is in trouble. And that is not a political statement, that is a factual statement. That's the message. For more news and analysis, please head on over to BillO'Reilly.com where you can actually see me. Coming next, something you might not know. Bill O'Reilly here. If you are age 75 or older, and if you own a $100,000 life insurance policy or larger, I want you to get a pen and write down this information. Many Americans are making the decision to convert their life insurance policy into cash, giving them some extra money to pay off credit cards, medical bills, any number of things. Look, the economy's been a struggle for many. Some people need cash. There's nothing wrong with that. You can get that money if you're over 75 and if you have a $100,000 or larger life insurance policy. So write this number down, 844-WE-BUY-75. Totally free to call it. Get rid of those insurance premiums. Stop paying them. Consider turning the policy into cash. The number again, 844-WE-BUY-75. 844-WEBUY-75. 844-WE-BUY-75. Call now. Brought to you by our sponsor, Life Guide Partners. Now, the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. The NFL preseason underway last week. The Cleveland Browns defeated the Washington Redskins 30-10. The highlight of the game occurred in the fourth quarter when a wide receiver named Damon Sheehy Giuseppe fielded a punt, running the ball 86 yards into the end zone. The touchdown led to a bench-clearing celebration by the Browns, not because it decided the outcome of the game, but because of the player who did it. Mr. Sheehy Giuseppe is not new to football. He was an All-American punt returner in junior college. But after failing to make the NFL, the 24-year-old decided to create his own opportunity. So a few weeks ago, he traveled from his home state of Arizona to Miami, Florida, to take part in a tryout for the Cleveland Browns, who were training there. But he wasn't invited to the tryout. Nor did Damon know anyone. When it came time for the field work, the Browns coaches had no idea who he was. So he told them that he knew the team's vice president of player personnel, Alonzo Highsmith. In reality, that was a fib. But Damon said it with such confidence that they let him into the tryout. During his performance, Damon impressed the team's coaches. He performed so well that the Browns invited him to Ohio to take part in their training camp. The only problem, Damon was broke. In the week leading up to his workout in Miami, he slept outside or in a fitness center. He charged his phone at a local laundromat. He only ate 1 or 2 meals a day, wandering up to cookouts or having his mom back in Arizona remotely order him meals. But once he made it to Ohio, Damon impressed the scouts so much they offered him a contract. Now, only time will tell if Damon "She-He" Giuseppe will go on to NFL stardom. Whether his 86-yard punt return is a culmination of this amazing story or just the beginning, one thing is for sure. Damon's tenacity has earned him the respect of football fans everywhere. I'm rooting for Damon "She-He" Giuseppe. I hope you are too. We'll be right back. The Amazon Capital One data breach just hit. 106 million of us just had our names, home addresses, banking information exposed. Forget credit card theft. Your far greater risk is home title fraud. Title fraud is rampant because identity thieves figured out the title and mortgage to our homes are kept online. Their big payday comes by forging your name off your home's title. So it appears they own your home. Then they borrow all your equity till it's gone. Forget your insurance, bank, or identity theft program. They don't touch this. Home Title Lock does. And they do it by locking down your home's online title and mortgage. The first 60 days after crimes like the Amazon server Capital One breach are crucial. So I got you 60 risk-free days of Home Title Lock protection. Claim your 60 risk-free days at HomeTitleLock.com and enter your home address to see if you're already a victim. That's HomeTitleLock.com, HomeTitleLock.com. Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.